Yeah. Old Millie with the stats and facts. No, really. And you know Hendo gon' tell you the truth. B.I. Mr. Info, you know what we here for. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, we coming from Dome Shades to the team at the Barclays. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, from Will scoring 100 to Ja being wanted. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, let's go.
Yeah, buddy. Back in the basement, man. Old Heads, episode 81. Back at it again, man. Saturday night. I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Millie, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. And, man, we got another great show today for you guys. Of course, we got Hendo's Hot Takes. That's always fun. And then, of course, we also going to be talking about Justin Fields. Has he done enough? He's played a lot better after those first 3 games. Has he done enough? And is he possibly Chicago's franchise quarterback? And should they look at getting a player like maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. with that first pick? Where it's looking like we're going to have. It doesn't seem like Carolina's going to win another game this year. And then also, we're going to be talking about 10 questions this week. I picked a cornerback and a wide receiver. So you guys out there tell us, we picked 20 players and we pick a wide receiver against a cornerback, and if they're matched up one-on-one, who would have the best of that matchup? For example, if it was, say, CeeDee Lamb and Charles Woodson, who would get the best of that matchup? So we're going to be talking about all that stuff a little later in the show. Old Heads, episode 81. I'm going to let these brothers introduce themselves and get right into Hendo's Hot Takes.
B.I. Holla at us, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, Hendo G, man, a.k.a. Mr. Honey Packet, a.k.a. Mr. French Loaf.
Mr. French Loaf. That's what they call him out east. Hendo's Hot Takes. What's the hot take this week, Hendo?
I'm awfully sick of this narrative of today's players thinking they leaps and bounds better than players from the 80s and 90s. I think a lot of things sometimes can be misleading about stats as far as three-point shooting goes, dunks, assists, things like that. I feel like in the 90s and 80s, a lot of players actually listened to their coaching. Coaching was actually a thing then. You know, you ran through a system, you ran plays actually. When you come today, a lot of these ain't plays. They don't run a lot of plays. They just go formations a little bit and just kind of let everything go. So therefore, you can shoot 13 three-pointers in a row and have a green light to do that. Back in the day, that wasn't the objective. Coaches wanted a minimum. Popovich, sometimes he runs a minimum of 3 passes. You have to pass 3 times before we get to it. That's kind of how back in the day ball was. It wasn't for the lack of them not being able to shoot or take. The shots just weren't taken as much then. The 3-point line has been greatly taken advantage nowadays. Back in the day, everybody was a more of a pound the middle and get consistent shots. Where consistent shots nowadays are kind of a thing of a past. Everybody wants to shoot the 3 ball. But I really get sick of this narrative because a lot of players now really think because of their now stats that they're better than players back from the 80s and 90s. And these players actually ran systems. They're not better players than some of these guys. If we were to take some of those players and put them in today's game, they would be average. They would be averaging the same as some of the elite players. If we were to take Patrick Ewing right now and put him in today's game, he'd dominate the league.
You know what's funny was James Harden saying years ago, talking about Giannis, all that he do is easy to run up and down the court and dunk on somebody. First of all, if it's that easy, everybody would be doing it. Second of all, well, let's analyze his skill set. I mean, because if we think about a lot of guys who will go underrated, let's take Charles Barkley,
Correct.
A guy who never was, who at this point in time in his career, people compare him to Draymond Green like that's respectful. It's not. Think about how much skill he possessed. As a big man, he's boxing out. You know what I'm saying? Think about how much discipline it takes to do everything that you know how to do. Dribble, shoot, you know, everything that he knows how to do, even if his defense slightly well, whatever the case may be. These dudes are doing half of that shit. If you look at the way these motherfuckers play nowadays, and I told a motherfucker the other day, this motherfucker gonna tell me that Jalen Brunson for the Knicks needs to be doing more, getting his team involved, passing the ball. I said, you know what kind of offense fucking Thibodeau is running? Look at they run a high pick and roll with Hartenstein, whatever the fuck his name is, 3 outs or whatever, dude, at a certain point in time in the game, they gonna need some points because Thibodeau's team stall the fuck out. And he's the one guy who can create his own shot and get that shit off well and shoot for high percentage. Him and maybe Randall some nights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, when it's time to go to work, sometimes you got to try to get a bucket. Even if it's ineffective, if you play against a superior team and what you are doing is rendered ineffective, you know what I'm saying? It's best to go out swinging, throwing your best punches than trying to do some shit that somebody sitting on the couch at home is talking about. Well, I think you should try to pass and get Hartstein more involved. Then make it the fuck out of here.
I think what
It ain't no offense.
What misses nowadays is consistency, high valued IQ. There always seems like there's only a handful of players with a high valued IQ as far as moving the ball, knowing where players are, where I feel like there was a lot more back in the day. Fundamentals. Shooting, boxing out, getting a hand up. I feel like the fundamentals of basketball are starting to leak away. Everybody goes to doing the most oddest type things to try to create and do all this and worry about scoring, but we left all the fundamentals about, I mean, the pick and roll has always been there and the pick and pop, but other fundamentals like always boxing out, you know, I don't really see teams do that. I see for a rebound, but everybody's fast down court looking for a three now. But that play style has now greatly evolved because of the speed of the nowadays people. But back in the day, it wasn't that the guys weren't fast enough to go down and do it. It's just that if you came down in 98, hell, 89, and your first thing doing, if you was running a fast break and you stopped and shot a three ball and make her miss, coach probably gonna be like, look, man, listen, hey, come here for a second. Listen. Do the layup or the dunk or finish in there. We don't need that three, that flashy ball. We just need these points. Yeah. And I think that's kind of what gets away from now. Like, I watch guys run fast break instead of going right for the dunk and stuff like that. They'll run straight to their corner and settle for a three that they'll miss and then go right back down, have numbers odds against them and get a quick score.
Guys aren't even good shooters. And that's the problem. Because if you Steph Curry, if you Dirk Nowitzki, you know what I'm saying, you got Steve Nash probing and finding you, that's a good shot on a semi-fast break. That's not a good shot when you know what I'm saying?
I watched Draymond Green come down and literally look off Klay Thompson, look at Curry, look back at the rim and pull up. That's crazy. That's my hot take though, man. I just hate to slide on the old man because some of these young cats ain't got the fundamentals enough to make me believe that they better than the guys that I watched and grew up on, just fundamentally wise.
I like that. That's Kendo's hot take, man. Y'all out there, let us know, man. Are players today that much greater than players of the 80s and 90s, or is it cap? Y'all let us know, man, in the comments. Man, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe, man. Don't be dusty, man. Like and subscribe. But moving right along, man. Sport entertainment news. We got to talk about NFL MVP. This is kind of a weird year. Most of the time with two weeks left in the season, typically the MVP race is more than likely locked up. This year's a little different because there have been some skill position players, Tyreek Hill, McCaffrey, that have made some strong, what's the word I'm looking for? They made some strong cases to be MVP. Yeah. Where you don't really have a Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen is. That's who I actually picked to be MVP. If Buffalo was winning like how we thought that, well, he probably would be clear-cut MVP. But it hasn't been that typical year. So who do you guys think is MVP with 2 weeks left in the season? Who wants to start off?
I believe it's Josh Allen or Lamar. You can really take your pick. I feel like Lamar make his team go so much that he really deserve it because that team is
Josh Allen can have 50 touchdowns.
Exactly.
He's on pace to have 50
responsible for 50 fucking touchdowns this year. It's kind of hard to go against.
What's their record again?
I forget what both their records are specifically, but I know Baltimore's on the come up, and the Bills been shaky all year. And part of that is due to his inconsistencies. This dude put the ball on the floor, regardless of how many times he put in the end zone. This dude finds ways to give the ball to the other team.
9-6.
And it's a lot of fumbles.
Buffalo.
And it's a lot of fumbles too. You know what I'm saying? There's not even just throwing interceptions where it could be the receiver fall. He put the ball on the floor. So it's kind of hard to say him with how bad they've been looking, but statistically speaking, He's created a lot for that team. I'm going with Lamar, man. If I had to say final pick, I'm going Lamar because he do way too much for that team. So.
Josh Allen right now has 15 interceptions with 27 touchdowns with his third in the NFL. He's 6 in yards, and he's second in QBR, 71.5.
And he might be first in turnovers.
I'm pretty
in
sure
the entire
he's
league.
Yeah.
The entire league. Out of anybody else touched the ball, I'm pretty sure he gave it back the most.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That you got to hold that man accountable for all of that. It can't just be the good stats. It got to be the ones that are terminal to your team. Like, he trying to kill them. He better do some shit. You fucking up half the goddamn time.
Yeah, he's turned the ball over 98 times in his career.
Wow. That sounds like a temperature in August, motherfucker. That's just horrible. This motherfucker.
A temperature in August.
Man, this motherfucker turned the ball over that many times. Damn.
Yeah. Which is crazy. But, yeah, who you think Hendo, MVP?
I'm gonna have to go with Lamar Jackson. I really want to say McCaffrey, but it's very rare that you see a running back get an MVP vote candidates. He'll be in the runnings, but it's very rare that you see it. It's normally they're going to be the leader of the team on offense or defense. Mm-hmm. And if it's not nobody like a Aaron Donald type dude, and he not having that great a year, and I can't really count nobody on defense having a super spectacular standout year. I know some guys doing their thing, but I don't know about all that. But as far as like, I damn near wanted to say McCaffrey, because if you take McCaffrey off that 49er team, they not winning them games like that. And they
still gonna win a lot. That's why it's hard to pick any 49er to me, because they run a system and together.
But the way they run McCaffrey and count on him, and the amount of yards and points that they pull out of him per game,
the way they depend on
I get that. They depend. If McCaffrey wasn't there, they depending more on Debo. Mm-hmm. But now Debo can actually split that cut. So. I see it, but McCaffrey, McCaffrey does things. He makes so much out that defense or that offensive line. He makes so much off that offensive line pop that it's just crazy. He'll always go. He's just an amazing running back, and like I said, but he more than likely won't get it. I really would want him to get it. He probably won't get it. It'll probably be Lamar if they keep winning like this. But I really feel like Lamar has the best running for it.
What if Buffalo keep winning? Would you get a nod to Josh what if they both keep winning?
I can't really give the nod to Josh because of the amount of interceptions, because I always think about how much the interceptions actually take away from the team. So I really
turnovers in general.
Basically, yeah. That's not just in it, just turnovers, like you said, turnovers in general. Where I look over here at Lamar, and Lamar's not really turning that ball over as much, and they're actually getting real productive looks out of. They're actually using the weapons. I'll say Lamar.
You say Lamar, and you say
Lamar.
That's weird, because at first I was going to say Lamar. For one, because of all the hate he got in the beginning of the year. A lot of people didn't think he was worth the guaranteed money.
He's for sure worth it.
A lot of people didn't think he would get it.
Even though our debates, he was still worth it. I just say he had to show a little more for the tag that he wanted.
But a lot of people saying he is on age and then this and that. So I think it would be dope to kind of stick it. You know what I'm saying, to people if he somehow had MVP after getting his money and doing it himself. But I think despite all that, I think when you talk about MVP, you still have to look at numbers. And even though my eyes say he's probably, the MVP, the numbers kind of say otherwise. He's 15th in yards. And passing yards.
Because the rushing is what you have to.
He's first in rushing yards as far as quarterbacks go. But he's 15th in passing yards. And he's 14th in touchdowns with only 19. And he's 8th in QBR. So I think to put that in context, Joe Flacco has 300-yard passing games this year. Lamar has 1.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of a weird year for MVP overall, especially to talk about QB.
Yeah.
So I think in order for him, I think I would have to give it to McCaffrey because for one, he's maintained his dominance. He hasn't missed a game. He's done it all year. He's 8 yards shy of 2,000 all-purpose yards, and he already has 21 total touchdowns on arguably, up until last week, the best team in football. So I think he's the best player on the best team, and I think he'll be the first running back to win it since 2012. It was Adrian
Well,
Peterson.
why don't we trust what we see though? Like when it come to Lamar, why don't we just when we say we see him and he looks like a leader and he looks like the
because
MVP,
it is
why does it? Why
because the numbers don't suit it sometimes because of the system that they have to run.
And that's another thing I don't
injuries,
like though is his lack of when we mention him, we mention his lack of passing yards. When really he's a holistic quarterback, if we will. He likes to run too, and it's like saying, well, Shaq didn't, you know what I'm saying, his numbers from 3 are down this year. Or some
free
shit.
throws.
You know what I'm saying? Well, free throws is part of the game, more so than 3.
But more
he
part
don't
of his
have to
game,
shoot
more
3.
part of his game where he had to be accustomed because when they were doing a hack and Shack, you have to get your shots. Is what I'm saying.
But like he doesn't have to shoot threes.
Nope.
Shaq in a game. Lamar doesn't. He has to pass. He's a quarterback, but he doesn't have to pass for 300 to win games.
I get that.
The thing that concerns me is the QBR when we talk about that, and we talk about his lack of 300-yard games this year. One is that's pretty pathetic. Almost, you know what I'm saying?
But to be fair, we're looking at a whole unit of a team, and to understand that if your defense isn't allowing,
the best running team,
if your defense aren't allowing teams to get down the field, okay, and they're punting every time or whatever it is, you might have really short field positions at some of these times where you don't have to go 300 yards. Where the Browns sometimes, I mean, their defense is good as well, but we have to put these defenses in play too and what they offer. Sometimes you might not have to throw for the 300 to get the dub. Sometimes your defense might have got a pick right here, a pick six, or not a pick six, but a pick to the 20-yard. Shit, all Lamar got to do is throw a 20-yard touchdown. Boom. That's 20 yards touchdown. You didn't have to go 300 yards to get this dub. That's why I say sometimes
they're a good running team too, though, so they get a rushing touchdown.
Right, but sometimes things could be a misleading stat.
Yeah.
That's why I said sometimes your eyes and stats can mislead you because you could watch a man lead a team, but he might throw for 80 yards, but each time the defense put him in there, he might be 80 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I'm glad you said that. Talking about misleading stat, everyone's been talking about Kansas City, how their wide receivers have been dropping the ball. If you look, they're not in the they're right in the middle of the pack as far as drops. So it hasn't been drops that's necessarily been,
They just not playing good. Call it what it is. They just not. They have a bad season.
I think the real problem is they don't have enough. They kind of did the Green Bay thing where you have this great quarterback and you kind of feel like because he's so great, he can kind of mask everything. Mm-hmm. And because that worked last year,
correct.
They feel like it will work again this year. But they definitely need some skill position players if they don't win the Super Bowl. I mean, even if they do win the Super Bowl, going into the offseason, they need some skill position players. So really quick, 5 skill position players that the Chiefs could go for in the offseason. I'll start out at number 5. I said T. Higgins. Injuries have not, he hasn't been with Joe. Injuries have prevented him and Joe Burrow not been there from having back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. But his talent is undeniable. True number 1. I'm pretty sure the guys I pick will be free agents. So I got T. Higgins at number 5. Who you got? BR.
Shit, I'll go Saquon Barkley. He on that franchise tag. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but shit, they ain't want to protect him.
Yeah, I like that.
I do it.
Get him up.
Number 5 was gonna take Saquon. I was thinking about Saquon. Number 5.
Mike Evans. He looking to get off. He looking to get off motherfucking Tampa Bay ASAP, and you can send him some pieces and get some draft.
Madden, the Chiefs, like the past 4 months.
Oh, this nigga cheating.
But it is what it is. At number 4, I actually like Michael Pittman out of the Indianapolis Colts, 6'4", on pace for 100 yards and 100 receptions and 1,000 yards.
I don't know if they're gonna come up off. This is his last. This is a sign. I don't know. I think they might re-sign Buddy though.
He's nice, bro.
Yeah.
I think they might re-sign. I don't know if they let him go.
Everybody off my list.
Oh wow.
Damn, it was
Only
a
other
5-person list.
I
How's
got
everybody?
left is a motherfucker. I don't even think. I think he's still under contract.
Oh wow.
I picked him and wasn't even looking at contract yet. It was Hunt from the Browns, but he played with them already before, a running back.
Oh,
I know you're talking about.
He helped them when they first.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem,
I always liked
he
him.
went played with the Browns for a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always liked him. But yeah, y'all took my whole list. Y'all got everybody off my list.
So
everybody.
that easy ass list.
That's some bullshit.
And
Them niggas cold as motherfucker.
Yeah. And number 3, I went with Mike Evans as well. Of course, I thought 10 straight. This will be his 10th straight, I believe, 1,000-yard season. So,
man.
Mike Evans he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know
That's
he's a Hall of Famer.
That's a lot of years of doing that shit.
Yeah. Hendo, number 3, who'd you have? Skill position player to help the Chiefs.
Jair Alexander. I think this is his contract year. They might move off and draft another one. They might.
I want him to come to Chicago. I've always liked Jair.
I think if
they definitely gonna move off. They ain't
that's what I'm saying.
Especially if they let Jalen Johnson.
Right.
You see him go out there and like he was a team captain.
Yeah.
I think if they pick somebody like that up, that'll drastically help their motherfucking defense. Drastically.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
He actually, he came from Bama, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. That motherfucker. Yeah, he can play. Yeah, we just need something like that.
Number 2, I felt. Oh, did you say? Oh, you said
my whole list is that's
at number 2, I went with Calvin Ridley. He hasn't been the 2020 Calvin Ridley that had 1,300 yards, but he has had a solid year, just a shy under 900 yards, 7 touchdowns with two games to go. He could definitely revitalize his career in KC with Mahomes, similar to what Juju did last year.
So you think you should roll the dice on this? And you should gamble on this future?
I'm not. I'm not going
Kansas City.
Number 2, Hendo, position player that can help the Chiefs.
Zeke Elliott. I think some of the reason Mahomes can't do what he can do because he doesn't have a running back that can really play outside. The good thing about Zeke is he might not be what we call a north and south runner, but he's an east and west guy. All right, and he's the type of guy where like if you get in a little bit of trouble, shit, you can dump that motherfucker down to him. Shit, he'll get 8 yards. You know, he's still good for that. You know, and I feel like that's somebody cheap, inexpensive that they can pick up right now and have a 1 year contract with him, $6 million, whatever.
I ain't mad at that. I want to see him somewhere else besides the Patriots.
I think it'll work for him. I think it would work. Because it's somebody cheap, like I said, that you can get that still get some work. You know what I'm saying?
I think number 1 player, I think they should go after Derrick Henry. 972 yards, 11 touchdowns.
Is his contract
at 29. I think he still has some more left in the tank. He would definitely help Mahomes. He's never had a star running back, and I think that takes pressure off him, and that opens up that play action. And then also you get down there in that red zone, you know, when things get tight. You kind of give it. Nobody wants to tackle Derrick Henry come fourth quarter. Yeah. You know, so that would be the number 1 skill position player I think they can go after. Hendo, number 1 skill position player you think the Chiefs should go after?
If I was the Chiefs right now, I'd probably try to look into getting DeAndre Hopkins. I think he only has that 1 year with the Tennessee. I don't know if I can't remember if it's a 1 or 2 year.
Nah, but I put him on my list first. I seen him off when I actually looked at the free agents.
Yeah.
You know,
was he not available?
I don't think he's a free agent.
I can't remember, but
yeah, if you can get him.
If they could find a way to try to get him over there, I think that would really help them out. They need somebody just a little faster with some sure hands, and he was the one that first popped in my head. I thought he only signed a 1 year, but he might have had a 2 year deal with them. But
I think T. Higgins in the draft is really the answer. To be very honest, you know what I'm saying? It's just one receiver.
I mean, but see, that's their problem, though. That's the whole problem, though.
They should get 2.
And you got a lot of receivers.
Well, you sit there and you say that, but we can sit here and wait on some receivers to develop, or you can just go get some sure hands. You know, there's 2 ways you can do it.
Guys coming out of school right now that's gonna fit right.
But it's not necessarily that it's gonna fall in their lap for the draft, because the draft can be so unpredictable at times. Not every time, but there's been some times when motherfuckers have been like, "Well, damn, I ain't expect this." All I'm saying is make some moves and go get some sure hands. You know these guys for sure can catch the ball. That's not even without doubt.
That's a fact.
Get some motherfuckers that you know. Don't get some motherfuckers you think might work out. I mean, that's cool. I'm not saying don't get nowhere. I mean, but go grab you a few sure-handers. I watch too many teams that are championship caliber deplete their receiving core because they think they're, like Millie said, think their QB can just get it done. However, and that's cool. We watched it, like you said, with Green Bay. We seen it with after Joe Flacco won with Baltimore, they depleted all the receiving core. We seen it with the Giants. We've seen it with all the teams that won championships. Grab somebody that's solid, stick to them.
Odell Beckham Jr. can get on the dirt.
That's all I'm saying. But these are sure-headed guys we mentioning. These ain't nobody that you could just look at with a, well, it could. That's what you jumble in the draft. I feel like, I mean, there's guys in the draft that can come up, don't get me wrong, but you have to develop these guys, kind of get them in the system, get them game ready, right?
If I can get
there's niggas that's game
Odell,
ready right now.
I still draft it. If I can get D-Hop, Odell, I still get a
and you not wrong
receiver in the draft.
because you putting him around good caliber guys that he can learn from, and that's the whole idea. But if you just throw all these guys out here and they ain't got no veteran guy to learn from, they not learning nothing. They just have Patty throwing them routes and stuff. There's a guy like, look with Patty eyes right before he do that. If he look up, go long. If he look down, cut it in short. Right? Like there's receivers that know that.
I feel like you get the right guy who just care about playing and want to win, they're going to learn a lot in that organization. In that whole building, the coaches, the quarterback, it may not be the sharpest of receiver rooms. You know what I'm saying? But like with the quarterback in them, I seen the quarterback on the field talking with coaches around him in practice and shit.
I don't understand how niggas like the Devontae Adams or nobody is not being sought out right now, but it's like they should be in heavy thing. That's another one who on my list, but I don't know because who knows if the Raiders are going to come up off him or what their angles. But I had him on my list and took him off. I had him on my list just to mention.
No one knows what they're going to do. Are the Chicago Bears? We don't know what they're going to do as far as in the draft. But how do you guys feel? Has Fields solidified himself as our franchise quarterback with his improved play after those first 3 games?
I'm going to say why the answer is yes, because I can go both directions. But I'm going to say why the answer is yes. It's like, it's just a feeling sometimes, man. It's when you start, when do you start to be loyal to somebody? When do you start fucking around, you know what I'm saying, a long way with somebody? You know what I'm saying? At some point in time in any relationship, you figure that out. Whether it's, I ain't fucking around with that motherfucker, or is the motherfucker smooth, I'm gonna see them again. You know what I'm saying? Or in whatever relationship. Our relationship with Justin Fields, he's done nothing but proving that he's somebody that we can maybe build around. And I feel like we need to focus on other pieces in this team as opposed to trying to get rid of something that's at least decent. This man is at least decent. We got too many spots on the motherfucking team that need to be filled. You know what I'm saying? For us to start with. Once we get all of that shit done, then let's see where we at. And if he's the problem then, it might be another quarterback available at that point in time. But why rush and fill holes if shit ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the whole, you know what I'm saying, motto or thing about I'm saying right now, because like he's not the worst guy at his position on this team. We have to address the other issues on the team to give us all a chance. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him, he's been more than efficient at the quarterback position to get wins in this league. I feel like it's up to us to make it work.
Has he done enough?
In my eyes, he's probably done more than enough. I don't think there's been instances where I've kind of questioned Justin Fields' IQ, we'll call it, of a play. But then I've seen the actual plays that's been called as well. And I still stand on the fact that I think the play calling is just nauseating to watch. Sometimes Getzky gets it right, but a lot of the time he fails us. And I don't think Justin Fields is running a play. I've watched Justin Fields yell at Getzky about stupid
play calling is trash.
I've watched him yell at him.
You got a guy who made it to the NFL. He's obviously good enough to play. You should be in practice. You should be in practice figuring out how many motherfucking plays he's good at, and let's run them shits. Fuck my offense. I want to run my offense, but I have a guy who's good at other plays outside of what I want to do. If I'm trying to win games, I'm gonna do what the fuck he can do. We as a team about to do what he can do.
I agree.
So you say he's done enough. He's our guy.
He is, and we got a new coach. I mean, solve that problem, and then we got our answer.
I think he's that guy. I don't think it's the head coach's issue. I think it's the offensive coordinator. But like I said, I think he's the guy. I do. I want to stay. I'm sick of playing this shuffle charades at quarterback. He's shown me every aspect of what a quarterback is supposed to do. The deep ball, the intermediate, you can create, make with your feet, do all this stuff. We just got to work on simple mechanics. And I think
it's simple reads for this man.
Simple mechanics.
If you the coach, you supposed to know, get this dude 1 or 2 fucking reads. He is a young quarterback who likes to use his feet too. Dude, don't make this complex.
Right.
And fuck them goddamn wide receiver screens that you can't stand.
I hate
fuck
that.
them.
I hate them.
Fuck that simple read.
I hate the
crossing
wide receiver
routes
screen
with some deep shit in the same play to get, take the top off. Give motherfuckers some room, and when they cross past the goddamn linebacker, throw it to him 10 yards in front of him.
I've seen it work.
He can do that shit.
Out of all the 30, I've seen it work 3 times. That's 27 dead wide receiver screen plays I've watched this year.
I don't know shit about being an NFL head coach, but I played Madden a whole lot of times, and I know my plays. Yeah. I know the plays I'm getting off.
Well, I know Eberflus should be in that.
I can see it before the snap. I can see it during the play, and after the play, there's no surprise. You know what I'm saying?
If Luke Gesky
and I'm a regular motherfucking person that plays a video game, if you mean to tell me that an NFL coach can't figure out a top draft pick coming out of school,
I don't know what to say,
who made it to the NFL, this dude, man, they be having motherfuckers like they're not good enough. This motherfucker is good enough. Y'all not putting him in a position to look the part.
So you say yes?
Yep.
Yes.
Let's see. I would say absolutely not, as far as solidifying himself. But I would also say it's not all his fault, in my opinion. I think it has more to do with his supporting cast. Now, I will say what does concern me about Justin is his turnovers and late game turnovers.
Yeah,
that's something that does definitely concern me. But
and
it
his
really
reads. He's showing us that he really can't read.
Yeah,
that.
Well, some of that is like I said, but some of that has to come off some of that play call.
He watched that shit all week though.
I tell you this. This is something.
He's doing these plays and he's do game time.
But that doesn't make why you making receivers go on double routes. Right? When we have short term, like we don't attack the middle. Like I've yet to see like us hit slants, slants.
Those are
2 yard
throws,
easy
right in front of you.
That's play
so
calling.
So it's just 10 yards this way. It's not 10 yards this way and that way. That's 20 damn yards.
That's why I had to call in there. I'm yet to see like if we shorten up some of this. That's why I'm saying I don't believe it's all on Justin Fields when it comes to that.
It's not.
As far as when I see like is the physical ability, reading defenses. There's a couple things that I can say that we need to see better. Short reads. Being able to lead a receiver because I'm yet to see him lead.
Throw with anticipation. But
I've seen him throw that. He threw that deep ball to Tunyon, and Tunyon just got it right here. That was a good lead. You mentioned
one play though.
Yeah, I've seen him. Okay, tight ropes down the sideline. When running right down there, he can tight rope it, hit it beam. Yeah. That's tough. That's a tough one. Okay. He can get out damn near any danger. If a linebacker comes out there and they blow past one of our offensive linemen like they usually do.
You know what I'm saying?
He can duck under. I mean, those are
throwing anticipation, throwing the ball before a guy cut, before a guy even make his cut.
He getting there, but
knowing that space on the field is open.
But when he does do it, when the play is allowed, when the right play is called, he makes that read is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But when some of these weird plays get called, it's kind of tough to make that read because you lose time back here because the offensive line doesn't hold the best sometimes. It's gotten better. It's definitely gotten better. But we still have them little jumbled pieces in there that kind of get through as they should sometimes. We play good guys, Myles Garrett, shit like that. They're going to get through. What I'm saying is I don't know too many quarterbacks that has Myles Garrett on him, makes Myles Garrett miss, and still gets an 8-yard run. Those are things even guys that's in the upcoming draft, they going to have to wait a year or two maybe even to get like that. That's the thing that I say that Caleb Williams might not know how to do right. He can make the read, and I can't deny that man's talent because he can throw that motherfucking ball. But when Myles Garrett is coming at you, can you dip under like Fields can and take off? I don't know. That's
a bunch of motherfuckers coming at you, right?
It's a skill. It's a skill. It's a skill. That's all I'm saying.
No, you good. No, you good. No, you good. You good.
You're not sure about him.
No, you good. But I think it's really hard to judge his play because of the injury he's had, and he also having to learn a new offense, having a first-time head coach. On top of that, a depleted roster, especially his first 2 years. So for me, we've all seen the flashes. We've also seen the improvement. From the raw number standpoint, the last 18 games, his numbers are slightly better than Lamar's. So it's talent there for sure. You can't deny the relationship with him and DJ Moore is super legit. But it's also so many other things not on the football field that makes me hesitant or to say back up the Brinks truck for him yet. Possibly having, 4 or 5 franchise legit quarterbacks in this year's draft. I'm not so completely, but I also have to understand he came into a horrible situation, and it's easier to evaluate him as opposed to a guy like Russ who went into Denver who had a good situation, or even Baker Mayfield who taking over after Tom Brady. That Tampa team, actually has a pretty good team. So I think Lamar's had a conglomerate of other things outside of just on the field that makes me more hesitant. Like, we see the talent, we see how good he can be. It's just one of them things as to where do we want to take that chance of pot? Because if we talk about 4 quarterbacks, right, even 5 in the draft,
LSU,
we know Jaden Daniels, right?
Yeah, I'm taking
I've actually heard that he could possibly go number 1.
I heard he's just real skinny.
Yeah, he's just skinny, but they
was skinny though.
But they compare him to
coming out there.
Randall Cunningham.
Yeah,
That's who they compare him to.
Yeah.
But he's
the only one.
Yeah,
I'm not taking Caleb.
He's vastly.
I'm not.
No, that's cool. That's
sold
cool.
on him.
That's cool. That's cool.
I like his throws all the time. I'm not sold.
No, that's cool.
I ain't trying to interrupt you.
No, you good. So, I think for me, when you look at, say 5 of those guys, right? 3 of them are gonna not be franchise quarterbacks. Do we just know that?
I'm about to say I don't even know all 5.
I don't know if 3. I think
I
think 2 of them. I think 2 of them will become. I think 1 or 2 of them will slowly develop in that. I hate saying it early because guys sometimes take time to develop.
I'm just going by
to become a
history.
true franchise. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
history says that Ryan Leaf is not going to be that guy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going by history. Like, I mean, everyone's saying Drake, man. Everyone's saying, even myself, I'm a really big Caleb Williams fan. It's a possibility he could turn around and he could be the next Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? That's a possibility. We don't know, right? Or no, Matt Leinart.
I'm just playing.
The next Baker Mayfield. What do you mean by that?
Baker
Is that
Mayfield,
a good
Baker Mayfield is supposed to be like a number 1. He's supposed to be
right. I'm not sure if you're saying like he underachieved or
Underachieved.
Got you.
Baker's solid.
Yeah. He underachieved. No, I 100% agree with you. I thought you were almost saying that he's doing a good thing.
Ecstatic that he was my number 1. But
yeah.
if you told me Baker Mayfield was backing my quarterback up or something like that, I'm like, oh shit, we good.
People.
I just don't think he's a true number 1.
He having a decent.
He's having a good year
Because of Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Because Mike Evans is a real number 1. That's why.
Yeah.
But that's.
I'm not saying that
that's
Amari Cooper wasn't
sucked
like
for a
that.
part of this season.
I'm not saying Amari Cooper ain't
a lot of
See what
quarters
you
he's
wanna
had
know
bad, not
that's
quarters.
another thing with Justin is we have to hit on the right coach. That's another. That's something people don't talk about enough. And when you look at the good quarterbacks around the league, they all have good coaches.
Yeah.
True.
Absolutely.
They all have good coaches and they all have good skill position. So it really doesn't matter if we get Marvin Harrison and we still have somebody that's incompetent as a coach.
Yeah, we need to
So
coach.
we have to hit on a coach.
How do y'all feel about looking at Mike Tomlin? They were discussing about a trade to get Coach Mike Tomlin over there.
I wish he would. I wish he would be on the open market.
No.
He's supposed to come to Chicago.
No, I don't want Tomlin.
I was about to say, though, I want an offensive coordinator. If we can get
need-
Mike Tomlin and
tell you
the
this.
from the Commanders as our OC, that's my dream scenario.
I say with Eberflus and be honest, but Tomlin has a lot of success on just being solid And
Our team will be ready every time.
I think that like,
will
the
play
one
ready.
thing I will tell you about a Mike Tomlin team, and I keep this a buck, is they always look crisp.
Yeah, we will be ready.
They look sharp.
Every game we will come to play.
The offense or the offense might be a little
might
shoddy
be.
depending on who the quarterback is at the time. But if he has somebody decent back there,
Oh yeah, we got a shot at all these games.
he gonna make something.
That's a
and
fact.
that's the one thing I can say about Mike Tomlin. He gets the potential and he knows the bullshit. Mind you, he got
Where
rid
the
of.
fuck is Jack Haley?
But he got rid of Claypool because he knew he was gonna be on bullshit. He got rid of the other receiver. He knew he was on bullshit. Let him go. He just seemed like he be up on his locker room, and that's what I miss about Sir. I just like his locker room presence. I
We need
guess.
to go offense, but
We do.
I'm a huge Mike Tomlin.
He
fan.
just
We
need an
to go
OC,
offense.
man. To
But
me,
talking about another Mike, y'all let us know, man. Like and subscribe who you think is more exciting too. Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson? Who is more exciting to watch? Who wants to kick that off?
Me.
He said, me. I already know.
Vic, man, Vic. Vic was a show, man.
yeah, he was too fast.
The thing about the difference between Vic and Lamar is we'll look at stats and we'll be like, oh, well, Vic this, but I ain't never seen Lamar juke a whole team and like really run through the side and come back and juke the whole team and leave. Like I'm yet to see that. There was a.
I seen him do
Not-
it.
I mean, no, I've
but
seen him
not
do-
in a playoff game to get rid.
I've
of
seen
somebody.
him put some moves on some guys, but Vic had a different tempo, is what I put it at. Vic ran at a different velocity, and I think, in game situations, I've kind of watched. I'm not saying that I haven't watched Lamar lay down and put some speed on people because he's a sizable guy and he can lay that hit, but you wasn't grabbing Vic. Like Lamar up there, he can hit you, plow off you, and juke you like that, but you wasn't touching Vic. Once Vic got in your secondary, he was loose. It was nobody was catching him. It wasn't.
I don't know.
He was the Allen Iverson of football.
Yeah, basically, he was just so much
On
fun to
some real
watch.
shit.
I already knew you was gonna say
So
that.
much fun to
Mike
watch.
Vick, hands
Vic,
down.
man, so much fun to
More
watch.
exciting.
I gotta preface my comment by saying this first.
Okay.
That's gonna
I
be-
respect any answer anybody give to this question. I really do. But to me, in my opinion, the real answer is Michael Vick.
Okay.
He was one of the biggest shows in NFL history. And
Back
Lamar,
$100 million contract.
Oh
only
man,
thing
he
slowed
was
this nigga
excited.
down was jail, bro.
Damn, he
Only
was
thing
excited.
slowed this nigga down was jail.
He was the prime time. That was like
straight
Deion all over again.
Yeah, he was something to behold.
It was like
Now
Deion all over
Lamar
again.
is a show. He is a show. But it's
like
like,
this.
what's the price of this ticket? It's like the difference of a Beyonce ticket to one little R&B acts.
LMA.
You know what I'm saying? You got one of those
Hey, I went to
R&B acts.
LMA. I ain't got the band for to go Beyonce.
You know what I'm saying? You get backstage with
I ain't part of
LMA,
the
you get
Beehive.
all this nigga.
I can shake LMA hands,
$75.
shake
You
Beyonce hands. Shit, I'm about to cut off her finger or something. Shit, you gotta give your pinky to see
Mike
her.
Vick, hands down.
Hands down to me,
Mike
man.
Vick, hands down.
I'm going Mike Vick. You know, hands down is a very tough way to say that. I'm just gonna say the right answer in my opinion.
It's Mike
Actually,
Vick.
the universal right answer in my opinion should be Mike Vick.
Should be Mike Vick.
But hands down, absolutely not, because there should definitely be rebuttals for the show that is Lamar Jackson.
I think I guess I would have to say by the slim of margins, and it's really about wins for me. Is I think I would have to say Lamar. Both are ungodly fast. Both have cannons for an arm. Both got juke moves for days. I get what you're saying about juking the whole team, but I saw Lamar make Fred Warner look like a Pop Warner player, and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. When you look at that San Francisco defense,
But did he do that to put that team out of the playoff? I mean,
No.
Mike Vick make them niggas hit each other though.
oh no,
That was
fam.
that was
I watched Mike Vick get the win in Lambeau. I watched it on I had the Chevy. I watched on a black and
even
white
in
TV
Philly too. Yeah, that motherfucker.
yeah, bro. He
In Philly,
was
you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker
he
came
was-
back focused too.
he was nice, but
and he's still a runner.
he was nice. Trust me, I'm a huge Mike Vick fan, dog.
big ass
Huge.
gun too. His arm was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
But like I say, for me, I think what's more exciting is Lamar, is the fact that you watch what he does and it translates into wins. Michael Vick has a career winning percentage of 53%. Whereas you look at Lamar, he has a career win percentage of he wins 74%.
You said a show, and now you're talking about winning. I'm not sure if
Hey.
that's really.
For me,
That's like saying Dominique
For
Wilkins
me.
dunking on somebody, human highlight film.
Yeah.
Am I more entertained by that or somebody winning a basketball game?
no,
To be very honest, sometimes I don't even give a fuck who won the game.
no.
Sometimes you might remember when
Damn.
that nigga got his chest dunked off his body.
No, and I get that, but I feel like what's more exciting for me is somebody getting that windmill dunk in crunch time.
That's dope. Yeah, that's fire.
That's what
the
Lamar does.
The ultimate competitor,
Yeah, that's what Lamar does.
But what was the question? How was the question, Steve?
Who's more exciting? And that's why I broke everything down. When you look at, they're both extremely fast.
Mm-hmm.
They both have juke moves. They're both extremely exciting to watch. Like we've both seen it. So I feel like for me, by the slimmest of margins, the only way that I could say who's more exciting is yeah.
ATL, Joe.
ATL. I love ATL. Shout out to my sister down there, baby. Down to see you soon. Okay, this is the question. If you got one ticket to pay, you can pay to see one motherfucker in their prime.
Yeah.
Would it be Mike Vick or would it be Lamar? One ticket in their prime. Would you pay to see?
He know the question. He just fighting the answer. That's what it is. That's what it look like when a nigga fight the answer.
That's what excitement is to me. That's what excitement is.
That nigga. Not only would he go into Michael Vick, he'll wear a jersey there to try to get an
Because
angle.
I'm biased.
If you go there, you gotta wear the jersey.
Because I'm biased, I would have to say Michael Vick. But more exciting to watch, I think I would have to
Let me ask you another question then.
Okay.
Why are you biased towards Michael Vick?
Why are you biased? Because I grew up watching Michael.
So let me ask you
You
this.
grew up, you still growing up. You still maturing right now.
Yeah,
and you
but-
watching
hey,
Lamar right now.
give me this.
But you
It's
paid.
different.
You
It's
just said you paid to see.
It's different.
Lambo.
Name
It's
me
different.
2 good receivers Mike Vick had.
I'll do you better
No,
than
no.
that.
Just give me 2. Just give me 2.
I'll do you better than that.
I just need 2.
I can't remember.
I'll do you better than that. 5 athletes who we think are real life creative players. Y'all ain't gonna push me into no corner.
Oh, you wrong. You wrong as hell. Because we can't remember none of them receivers.
Ain't nobody remember them.
No.
Ask anybody, unless you a real Atlanta fan, you was watching that. Won't nobody answer that question. You cannot name 2 motherfucking receivers off that Falcon team. You gonna be like Andre Rison? Nope. Nope.
I can't remember one.
And tell me, how many good receivers do you think Lamar Jackson did have?
Lamar hasn't had it.
No,
Hollywood?
No.
Yeah,
And that's the
one.
start.
Hollywood?
And that's the start.
Yeah,
Hollywood,
Beckham?
Odell.
Andrews?
No.
Andrews?
Andrew's a tight end.
I mean, he still counts. He still counts.
That's
We know his name. We don't know the name of the tight end that Mike Vick was throwing to.
No, that's fair.
Granted,
It's a couple more.
Granted, it might be clues. All I'm
They
saying is
got a
most
good
weapons
running game.
this year.
They got a good running game in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And who was a running
but they
game?
had some weapons. All I'm saying
Why
is they had
have a
some
good
weapons.
running game? It's because of Lamar Jackson.
Right? No, they right. All I'm saying is, dog, I feel like the reason Vic
They running back
You
to
will pay your
always
ticket
hurt.
to go see Michael
the
Vick,
reason
so that's the
Vic
answer.
was more excited. The reason Vic was more excited to watch
Man in the joint. Who you going?
is because we watched this man be excited with less. The reason Lamar looked good is because he out here doing him, but he got some decent weapons around him.
Just
If he
because
had
he's talking about
nobody,
wins. Just because he's
No,
talking about
this year.
wins,
We're
that's
talking
why
about
that's relevant.
this
If
year.
he's talking
That's
about
what I'm
wins.
talking about.
Talking
That's
about this year.
I'm
Yeah,
talking about
man,
wins.
on
I'm talking about
wins.
how the wins vary.
part is
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
because of the whole team.
But let's go back.
Yeah, the wins.
I digress.
Sure.
I digress.
Yeah. But hey, I would have to say Lamar. But anyway,
I respect
second
it.
segment.
And I respect it.
5 athletes. I bet y'all ain't gonna say Lamar. 5 athletes
Damn right.
who are real life creative players. At number 5 for me, y'all out there let us know who 5 athletes who you think
Okay.
are real life creative players.
And this is
At-
all time, right?
all time.
Okay.
At number 5 for me, I had to go with Victor Wembanyama, 7'4" with handles, 7'4", 209 pounds, a center with handles that can shoot the 3 and do everything. Victor Wembanyama. Number 5, who you got, B.I.?
God damn, that was a good one right there. That's a good one right there. I'm gonna say Bo Jackson.
I like
I'm gonna say
that.
Bo Jackson. Swollen the motherfucker, fast in the motherfucker. He tough, he fast. When you run through the gut, he can hit the perimeter. Yeah, I'm gonna say Bo.
Creative player, I like that. Number 5, Hendo.
Prime Ben Simmons. At a point guard position, Ben Simmons is a dog.
Hard.
Ouch.
He's a dog. That has to be. That's a creative player if I ever seen one at the point.
You barking at the door, my number 4.
Yeah, number 4. Number 4, I got Kevin Durant. 7 feet,
Yep.
240 pounds.
Yep.
Real life creative player. Basically a 7-foot small forward that can do everything and can block some shots. And yeah, Katie, and he got a stupid handle. Well, no, I wouldn't say stupid.
Yeah,
but
it
for
ain't
7
taps,
foot,
but
yeah,
for his size,
7
though,
foot,
that's-
he got a better handle.
He
than
getting the
LeBron.
way he need to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So number 4 for me would be Kevin Durant.
Anthony Hardaway. I'm winging this whole list right now. Anthony Hardaway at the point guard position for his size is stupid because he love to pass the ball. If he was just a shooter doing all that shit, putting 40 on motherfuckers, that'd be nice. Then I may want to consider him still. But the fact that he actually played the point, he really passed the ball to all them dudes all the time.
Think about Tyrese. Young people out there, if you watch, think about Tyrese Halliburton with more athletic and he played D. That's
Yeah,
penny.
yeah.
That's
Yep.
penny.
That is a good ass. Yeah.
That's penny.
Yeah, it's Halliburton with a little more.
Yeah. Hendo, number 4, creative player.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah.
To make a motherfucker that
Yeah.
massive at a running back position.
That's a great pick.
Yeah.
It don't get much bigger better than that.
He looked like one of them shorts you'll see where I don't know if y'all seen it, where motherfucker done made a creative player and they call him like Swissel Hasselback.
Yeah, right.
It'd be like the number 0. He has 19 sacks on the season.
This nigga
and it's
look
only
like
game 2.
This nigga like Miles Garrett as the fucking running back receiver.
Yeah, that's a great.
Niggas gotta make real business
That's a
decisions when they
great
tackle this
fucking
motherfucker.
That's
You
a
better be
great
prepared.
pick. That is phenomenal.
Dog.
I did not think about that. Number 3 for me, 5 athletes
Hold
are
on.
real. Oh,
Is it you? Is it me?
no, he did 4.
Yeah.
He did
Oh,
4.
okay.
Yeah. Number 3 for me, 5 athletes who are real life creative players. And number 3, I went with Megatron, Calvin Johnson. 6'5", 236 pounds, ran a 4.340. Real life creative player. Probably wide receiver Mount Rushmore, in my opinion. Who you got, B?
Calvin Johnson?
Yeah, wide receiver Mount Rushmore. Yeah.
Nigga, I'm going Shannon Sharp, dog.
Ooh.
I'm going Shannon Sharp. My homeboy was throwing to him this man, you know what I'm saying, a lot of part of his career. That motherfucker was the Gronk before the Gronk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can catch better than Gronk to me. He can block better than Gronk to me. He was stronger, more athletic, more in shape
didn't
than
get
Gronk
hurt.
to me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
He
saying?
didn't get hurt either.
Yeah, he wasn't getting hurt. And I seen him landing on his back and shit the same way Gronk was landing on his back. But yeah, man, good ass hands. He catching that ball from John. That boy was gunning it. So yeah, I'm going with Shannon. That dude was.
Is he better than Tony?
Absolutely.
Better than Tony Gonzalez?
Yeah.
Because of the blocking?
Blocking.
Yeah.
That's what made the Gronk better than Hernandez on that same team. That's what made the Gronk better than a lot of other tight ends. You know what I'm saying? You can keep him
Man,
on the
total
field.
package,
He
yeah.
always out there.
Yeah, true.
That's why he can disguise. That's why he's so open all the time. He's just gonna slip right past somebody when he's block a little bit and then run out here and go left or right past your damn linebacker or right in front of your linebacker. Either way it goes, don't matter.
Shannon was nice.
Yeah, Shannon, dog.
Wayne was nice too. Who you got? Hendo.
Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the tallest
Boy on fire today.
QBs.
Yeah, boy, that was good.
That can run like a fullback.
Good ass big.
He can run like a fullback, boy.
And he got a cannon for a arm.
Man, can let that bitch go.
Cannon for an arm. I like that. That's a
That's
great
good.
pick.
Yeah, that's a good ass pick.
And number 2 for me, I had to, man. I had to represent today. The king, man. The GOAT.
Oh,
Ish.
what?
Well, top 4.
Yeah, let's bring him down.
Top 4.
Okay, bring him
Top
down
4.
a little bit. That's
LeBron James,
LeBron.
6'9", 250 pounds, runs a 4.6 40, 44 inch vertical. real life creative player play until he probably 50. He gonna be the only motherfucker that's gonna be playing it, and his grandkids gonna be playing.
Conversation is beginning to get absurd.
This
This is ridiculous
King.
talk. This is ridiculous
The
talk.
king. The king. They be getting mad. They be hating on LeBron, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
my dude.
Everybody say you hate nowadays. This generation is so
Hey,
sensitive.
I mess with LeBron.
Ain't nobody
Alone,
hating
man.
when we keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he top
Yeah.
4 all time, man.
You
Top
kept it
4.
real yourself. You was like the GOAT, and then this, and then that. We'll put him in top 4.
Yeah, he go
Say,
this.
hey, you kept
we'll
it
put him in
real.
He
You
go
kept
this.
it real right there.
Go-dish,
I'm saying,
yes.
man. He go-dish. He
Go-dish.
definitely go-dish.
Yeah, go this.
He got some gold in his family or
Oh
something.
yeah, oh yeah, he go this.
Red people from
Definitely.
Africa.
He
He
like
got some gold in
Curry.
his family.
Who you
I'm
got?
done. Oh, so you got some going in this family.
You know,
And
there's
number
something going
2, creative player, real life creative player. Who you got? Be
on. I gotta go Shaquille O'Neal, nigga, the big
Ooh.
Shamrock, the big Captain, the big Aristotle, the big the Diesel, nigga.
The
I gotta
Diesel.
go with that motherfucker. If you trying to create a player, you want a motherfucker just
I'm
run
about
straight
to
through
say.
a motherfucker and dunk straight on him, right?
Facts.
Just dunk straight on him.
Facts. I like
Seems
that. I
easy to
like
me.
that. Number 2, Hendo, real life creative players of all time.
I'm about to switch it up, man. I'm going to boxing, man. Tommy Hearns.
Ooh.
A lot of motherfuckers is sleep on Tommy Hearns, man, but that's the guy you don't want to sleep on.
Fire.
They call him the Hitman.
I'm trying to tell you, the man's arm reach compared to how he well, sleep knock your ass up.
My old body mom was like, they call you the Hitman. I heard they call you the Get Hitman. The Get Hitman, dog. He was on that show,
Martin.
Dog. I heard they called you the Get
That's
Hitman.
hard. I like
And then he
that.
punched him in the wall.
Yeah,
that was
Tommy
really
Hearns.
bad. Tommy Hearns is a
6'3",
motherfucker,
6'4".
Something like that. His arm span, his arm span was taller than him, longer than him. He was one of them freaks like that.
Yeah,
I think he had like he was
bad.
6'4" and he had a 6'5" or 6'6" reach, something like that, coming a long way. But he could throw him off that shoulder, dude.
Man, Tommy Hearns, that's crazy. I actually just watched an interview with him and Sugar Ray.
Oh, they almost got into a fight.
Yeah. That was
I sent it to you.
Yeah, that was funny.
You know
They
what,
was talking
Chicago-
shit like, he was like, man, what you going? He said, man, he's trying to size me up, man. He trying to
Yeah,
say,
that shit
man,
funny
we go
as hell.
outside now. We
Oh,
go
yeah.
outside right now.
That motherfucker Tommy Hearns standing
Hey,
up, leaning over and shit over there.
I'm gonna tell you who ain't shit though. Mike ain't shit. He
Mike
said, go ahead. He's sizing you up right now. Go ahead, just swing. Just swing real quick to see what happens.
Mike was funny. He was the funniest shit in the
Man,
whole
he's
shit.
sizing you up right
Cause he
now.
trying to
Tommy.
bring it
Tommy.
up, but then he also
Yeah.
entertained by
He's
it.
like, I don't know, man. He is a little taller than you though. That Reese.
Yeah.
That Reese. I don't know. Tommy, I don't know. He could. Ooh, he
This is why I love this show too. We say what the fuck we want. Mike Tyson ain't gonna hear this shit. We can make fun of this nigga's voice
He would-
as much as we
he
want.
would definitely.
As much as we want. This nigga ain't hearing that shit right
I'm
now.
just gonna let you know I can
Fuck
run
that
faster than that nigga. He gonna have to train me down.
Right.
Boy, that motherfucker, he got too much chest.
Come holler at us, Mike, man. You're an old head.
I see him.
I got
I see
love
him.
for you, fam.
I see him.
That's them niggas. You know.
I ain't did nothing.
Sir.
Ain't
That's
saying I
them
ain't
niggas.
did nothing.
That
Ain't even no finger point motherfucker. Ain't even no nigga to do no shit like that.
That's-
Nah, but that's them niggas.
You ain't fight Jamie
Nah,
Foxx.
that-
No.
Nah, hey man,
No,
when you
I-
build a player though,
Yeah,
who's it
we
me or you?
I think you said number 2. I got number 1. You can go ahead if you want to.
Oh shit, I ain't know he's on my phone.
Number 1, creative player. I went a different route. Shohei Ohtani, the baseball player. 6'4", 210 pounds, an elite hitter and pitcher. He already has 2 MVPs, and he finished 4th in the Cy Young in his division. Granted, if you know anything about baseball, it's only 2 divisions: National League, American League. He finished 4th. So that means that he was the best hitter, he won MVP, and he was the 4th best pitcher, which is absolutely absurd. So yeah, Shohei Ohtani, number 1 creative player, real life creative player. That's just absurd to be great at pitching and hitting.
I mean, Babe Ruth shit.
Yeah, but Babe Ruth didn't do it as long, and he didn't face the type of
Yeah,
injury.
nah, he quickly started being
yeah.
just about him.
Yep. No, Shohei is doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
He's DH and he'll hit a home run, then turn around and throw the K.
Stretching niggas out.
Who you got?
Who you
Number 1.
got? What's your number 1?
I got a whole bunch of number one.
That's impossible. It's gonna be number one. It's only one number one. Everybody
I
else
can
is
say
number
them.
two.
I can say them all. Number one, if we building a player, IQ is a motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I'm going Bones Jones.
I almost went there with
Just
that
thought
too.
about it because you said
crazy.
a fighter. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm
That's
thinking
crazy.
about it.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
damn.
Building
went there.
attributes of a motherfucker.
I damn near went there
This
with that too.
motherfucker can figure it out.
He's the smartest fighter I've ever seen. I can't even tell
If
you.
you
no
want a
difference.
smart motherfucker, you know what I'm saying,
You don't
in a
get-
sport, he's the smartest they get to me. To me, he's on the level of a LeBron James savviness on a basketball court. Actually, more. Yeah, I feel like LeBron James gets a little bit too much credit.
You think
Yeah,
so?
he ain't on the level of even Peyton Manning, and I feel like Bones Jones figures it out better than Peyton Manning does.
I mean, look at his record. He's figured it out every time. He's fought like top notch guys.
Yeah, he
These
always
motherfuckers
figures
ain't no
it out.
slouches that he fights.
Peyton Manning has not figured it out a few times in the playoffs.
It took Peyton a
Motherfucking
long time to figure it out.
exactly.
I watched.
So I can
Peyton
say how
Tennessee.
everybody else has not
he wasn't
figured
winning.
it out the way that Bones Jones has and at the pace that he has, and you know what I'm saying, with the efficiency that he has figured it out.
Izzy's right. Izzy's right there too. I mean, out.
He's up there, but
Outside
when he it seems I haven't
And then he
seen
came back.
I haven't seen John Jones run into an opponent like that though. Is what I'm saying. And he's overcame everything. The only thing that stopped him was him because he got into them weird ass little
Oh no! I believe
out of the ring situations or things that stripped him of his belt that, you know what I'm saying, he probably could have invented. But the only person that's beat John Jones successfully is John Jones.
Yeah.
The only other time he's lost is because he broke his hand, I believe, and it was a
Yeah,
disqualification
no,
type
I'm
stuff.
a
Like,
big fan.
I don't see him running to road stops. It was supposed to be DC and he manhandled DC every time. Then it was supposed to be Alex Knasha, I can't even say his last, I don't want to butcher, whooped the shit out dog. He was a kickboxer. He beat the shit out dog.
Oh, I thought it was cocaine.
Gustafson actually that was the one he probably.
That's
lose to. Gustafson. I
Yep.
watched that. He
Alex
probably
Gustafson, yep.
did lose that.
No, he beat them. He came close to losing, but he ended up winning that.
No, that's what
They
I'm-
ran it back and then they beat him again.
No,
It came out in
That's
decision.
what I'm saying. They ran it back. He beat the shit out of him. But I'm saying that first time.
Yeah, it could have went. It could have went, but then
Yeah, you could say that that could have went either way. 'Cause I actually watched
I
the
feel
whole
about
thing.
that about a few decisions, but at the end of the day, it came down to strikes landed, and dog was really piecing dog up. At the end of the day, when it came down to significant strikes, and that's what it actually pans out to at the end of the day, but more than boxing, just strikes, significant strikes in UFC. But yeah, I feel that.
Like that.
Yeah, man, that was that pick for me.
Hendo, final
Yeah,
pick.
you got the last.
Shit,
Real
Mike.
life.
Pops. That's the hardest player to create in any game.
Yeah.
No game has ever got it right, really, unless you playing this in pre-built already.
Did we
That's
not think of this? I didn't even think of it.
That's the hardest nigga to create.
Yeah, you can't create.
MJ, the hardest nigga ever.
Like that.
There's nobody that height that can dunk like that, shoot like that, got a mid-range like that, pass like that, and ran a fast break like that, defends well. Man, listen. Try to make that build on 2K and be successful. I know you guys have some
Clyde
templates, but
Clyde Drexler was pretty good.
he was. But to me, I feel like it's MJ, man.
Next
All
to
around
Kobe,
package.
Next to Kobe, I think Clyde Drexler might have been the closest thing to Michael Jordan, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. Number 3, man. Third, final segment. 10 questions this week. NFL matchups. Wide receiver versus cornerback. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. We got 20 players, 10 questions. You tell me if these guys are matched up one-on-one, all game, man-to-man coverage, all game. Who gets the best of each other?
Me, nigga.
Number 10, we're gonna go with Andre Reed versus Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson probably be a Hall of Famer too. I remember him coming into the league.
Yeah, but Reed, man, like, well,
He actually played. Patrick Peterson actually played one-on-one though.
Yeah.
He wasn't. No offense. He wasn't like a Sherm or somebody within the system, somebody over the back. I'm just saying there's differences when you talking about cornerbacks. Some niggas, they put you on and you playing one-on-one. Other motherfuckers is more of a system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I respect them both. I'm going Patrick Peterson.
Okay.
don't want Patrick Peterson.
People sleep on Patrick Peterson.
Yeah,
It really is.
I remember him coming to the league and Dion's out. He nigga had on the burgundy suit. I'm like, he looked like Dion. He had sunglasses and yeah, Patrick Peterson will be a Hall of Famer. Should be. What was that other guy from the Chiefs? He was a safety, Eric Berry. I think Eric Berry, if not for injuries, him and Bob Sanders both would have been Hall of Famers.
Bob Sanders.
Hendo, who gets the best of that matchup? Andre Reed versus Patrick Peterson.
Andre Reed.
Okay.
Andre Reed was a dog.
He
I think
was, man.
I think a lot of people forget like his good explosiveness
was
at the
so
point of the
good.
ball, though. At the point of the ball, that's where I feel like he can get the advantage on this. Like he was explosive going to the ball. A lot of guys wait till the ball come to him, and he went and got the ball. I tell that's the difference between a lot of receivers. A lot of receivers let the ball come to them. Niggas like Randy Moss and Megatron and shit. Even Knox. The reason I fuck with Knox, Johnny Knox, go attack the ball. You attack the ball. You don't wait for it to come here. You go get the ball. That's the
look
difference.
at how good that team was, and that helped Andre Reed be better. I look at how bad those Cardinal teams were, and I look at how Patrick Peterson was on an island by himself and how he stood on that island. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference to me why I say Patrick Peterson. Because if it's just one-on-one, no worry about the team and all that stuff, I know what he can do. Andre Rison had Kenny Lofton.
Andre Reed.
Yeah. I mean, Andre Reed had Kenny Lofton.
And he had Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas.
A lot of people forget.
BB was
MVP.
like Wes Welker before Wes Welker.
Yep, Don BB.
Don BB was nice
Is he
though.
from Chicago? I think he's from UWL.
Who?
Don Beebe?
Don BB.
Say word.
I don't know about that one.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I
He
got
was
something to
tight
say
end.
about UWL later
I think so.
He
Don't
was
quote
tight
me. I
end.
think so.
Mm.
I think so. But,
Oh no, he went to University of Wisconsin. Not UWL. He went to UW Madison or something like that.
I'll
Don BB.
fact check it.
Word. ain't
Number 9, Larry Fitzgerald versus Charles Woodson.
I'm going Charles Wilson.
Okay.
Yep, whole day.
Yeah, all day, man to man.
Yep.
I'm going Fitzgerald, man. Best hands in the league. I watched him catch over some of the best.
Mm.
I watched him catch over
Yeah.
the best. I watched Charles Wilson do his thing too. I ain't gonna lie. But man, Fitzgerald had probably some of the sure hands with some of the unsure quarterbacks I've ever seen.
You know what we should do? What would be funny about this is
What's up?
we should actually like name a hypothetical quarterback who throwing the passes to him. Because that lets me know what that cornerback is going to be able to get away with.
That's what the real question is, I guess.
Straight up.
That's
Because if
true.
Brad Johnson throwing that bitch, I'm just saying I got motherfuckers, some of these DBs out here, Jack. Straight up.
Shit.
Now, if you guys, you know what I mean?
That is true.
Straight up.
At number 8, Andre Johnson of the Texans versus Peanut Tillman.
That's an Andre.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my bid in right now, dog. Peanut, because I seen him stop him.
Man.
I seen Peanut stop him.
I
I've
love
seen Peanut
I
stop
love
him.
Peanut.
I've watched
I'm
the
scared.
game when it was the Bears versus the Texans,
I'm scared.
and I watched Peanut stop him. I'm going Peanut on this all day. I watched
scared.
Peanut stop him. I can't lie. If we was giving the best out of 5, I'm going Peanut.
That's the whole game.
Best Peanut. I'm going Peanut. Peanut too
When I
tough,
pick
though.
these DBs, I'm thinking of a dude who's gonna get at least one interception and maybe even a pick 6.
But see,
Depending on who
Peanut
throwing
not
this
letting you get
ball.
the ball to your hands. He punching that shit out. That's the difference between
He
interceptions and not
punch a lot
letting
of
you get
shit
that
out
shit.
after you get it though.
That's
too.
still an incompletion.
That's
Well,
Andre.
Man, Andre is a
I watch him do
motherfucker,
it.
big as hell. Andre big as hell.
I could
strong
show
as
you
hell,
the. I
fast
could
as
show
hell.
you the play where
And
he
this
was like, I didn't
motherfucker-
expect this nigga to
and the
come
reason
up.
why I pick Andre is because who he played with. See, we ain't got no hypothetical quarterback. If our hypothetical quarterback is good,
Yeah,
it's
let's
definitely
see.
Andre.
That
Andre played with
That nigga had
nobody his
Deshaun
whole
Watson.
career.
He didn't play with Sean
Andre,
Watson.
Andre,
The Texans.
did he play with the?
If he did, it was toward the end of his career.
And for real, 'cause
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
He didn't. It wasn't for long. It wasn't for long. I ain't saying like he was down there, but they
He wasn't
played.
in his prime.
In his
Nah, he
prime,
wasn't.
he
By
was
far not
fucking
his prime.
motherfuckers up with like Schaub or some shit, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck buddy name was,
Yeah, he
was the best quarterback they had.
So
And
you
when
say,
I'm
And
telling
he
you,
was fucking niggas up clearly every week.
so you say Andre?
Absolutely.
You say Tillman?
I don't know a
All right.
motherfucker who was able to do that. Only nigga that's
Right.
close to that to me is Mike Evans.
I got one. And number 7, who's going to get the better of this? I want to hear this. Steve
what's up
Smith.
with that? What's up
Steve
with
Smith Senior.
I done got it right.
Steve Smith Senior versus Ronnie Lott.
I'm gonna say Steve because he gonna take that hit, bro. Steve goes, dog. It's some motherfuckers. This is why Giannis is cold. Because Giannis can play any era. Because it's some motherfuckers. Like if you take some motherfuckers in the NBA now, you put them back then, they take them hits, they be like, oh, I don't want to do that again. Some motherfuckers like Giannis gonna take them hits and get right back up and try to dunk on you again. Steve Jackson Jr.
I hit you.
This motherfucker is about to come out here and try to catch it again.
Oh yeah.
Like he just built that way. I gotta go Steve because over the course of the game, he depending on who throwing him the ball, he gonna get his catches. He used to playing on the team where they wasn't even targeting him all the time and they couldn't even get him the ball and he would still be making jump balls,
bro,
all types of shit. He getting jump balls and this nigga short as hell, Paul.
And he played for Carolina. Who was throwing the ball?
It was
The
like
home?
it was the whole
I remember
Long-
when I think of Steve Smith, I think of a Sunday morning. I'm sitting there playing Matt in the jacuzzi, right? And I'm like, man, I need to go to the gas
We
station.
ain't gonna ask why he playing Madden in the jacuzzi.
Yeah, we only asked that, but it was great. Anyway, sitting there playing Madden in the jacuzzi, right? And I'm like, dang, I need to go to Tony's. I need to go to Citgo. So I get up, go to Citgo, and I'm listening to the game. As the whole time I'm driving to Citgo, I'm hearing this nigga Steve Smith getting catches. I get out, get what I get from the gas station, get back in the car on the way back to the crib. This nigga still catching catches. I'm like, how many fucking catches? He ended up having like 16, 17 catches that game or something like that. Every time I think of Steve Smith, yeah, like phenomenal, like a dog, man, absolute dog. So I don't know, man. With that one, I honestly, it's a toss because I don't know anybody who hit harder than Ronnie Lott, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just too tough. If they were saying wrestling, two
That
tough
boy
sons of bitches.
Winfield, little ass Winfield from motherfucking Minnesota used to be rocking
Winfield. His
motherfuckers.
son, nice too.
Yeah.
He played for Tampa Bay. Who you got?
Side note, Calvin Johnson is better than Andre Johnson, right?
Yeah.
All right. Whenever y'all get a chance, make sure y'all go watch Peanut versus Calvin Johnson. And I'm going to tell y'all why I think that he's better than Andre Johnson where he can be in that matchup. When y'all get a chance, just go watch up. It's a 4-minute clip. It's a 4-minute
Who's
clip.
throwing the ball?
Shit, Matt
It's a
Stafford.
difference. Andre Johnson
Matt
was a
Stafford.
way more crisp route runner.
Okay, but
To
the
me,
okay,
than
oh,
Megatron.
but listen, this is Megatron
Chris
and Matt
Brazil.
Stafford though. However you want to look at it. Matt Stafford is better than Schaub. Bad. Listen, I'm not letting that one go, bro. I'm not letting that one go. Hell no, dog. Cause Schaub is not better than no Matt Stafford.
Hey.
Schaub is not better than Matt Stafford,
No,
bro.
he's not.
And Andre
But that's
Johnson,
why the argument
and
about
Andre Johnson not better than Calvin Johnson.
But that's why Andre Johnson.
And I can show you 4 minutes. I can show you 4 minutes of this man Peanut shutting down Calvin Johnson out of 5 times. He only listen out of 5. I can show
you talking about the whole game though.
This is a game. This is a game where you look at
what was
them.
all stats then? What was
They was the
Calvin?
top of the league, bro. Top
No,
of the
what
league.
was Megatron stats that game then? When you say he shut him down, then if he still got a
I ain't gonna say he
touchdown,
didn't have
then he ain't
no.
really shut him down.
He had 80 yards and he had a touchdown. That was
80
it.
and a touchdown is
Out
good
of
work.
Out of 27.
Nasty work.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's
Nasty
not.
work.
No, it's not.
On a dope quarterback, you said
Listen,
he dope.
no. We're talking about
If it's on
how
a
tall was
regular
Peanut?
quarterback,
Peanut
no.
was 5'8", 5'9".
I'm not sure.
Peanut was 5'9". This
You
man
said he dope
Megatron,
though, right?
Megatron is arguably one of the best
I say he
receivers.
dope. I say
one of the
Tillman
best
dope.
receivers.
So I'm saying,
Right. And not only that, but he was 6'4", correct?
Yeah.
6'4".
Megatron was 6'5", I believe.
6'5". Not only that, but you jump. And how tall is that? I got somebody Smaller, you D'ing you up.
And you only go on to one game, and them niggas are division rivals, so them niggas
I can go to a bunch of
multiple
games. That's a bunch of games.
year.
That's a bunch of games. It's all the highlights
So-
of the matchup.
Okay, so what would
It's
the
a
stats
highlight-
for Andre Johnson against Tillman then?
Shit, nothing like that. I promise you, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Fucking sharp. You know what, man?
Because
I'm
it's
done with this
sharp. That's
conversation.
what I'm saying.
I'm done with this
But
conversation.
anyways, I'm gonna go
Because
Ronnie Lott.
it's not even
Ronnie Lott,
unfair.
man. Because
It's
listen,
unfair and shit.
as much as I love Steve Smith, that's who it was, right?
Yeah, Steve.
I love Steve Smith's pit, but listen,
Steve Smith.
Ronnie Lott, if
Senior?
that man hits you, you dropping whatever. And I told a lot of people,
Not
Ronnie-
Ronnie Bravaro.
a lot of
Mark
people,
Bravaro drugged the shit. I remember a lot of football, gentlemen.
a lot of people were
Mark
not
Bravaro
ready for that
drugged the
Ronnie
shit
Lott
out of
hit.
Ronnie Lott about 10, 15 yards.
Ronnie Lott hit different. Ronnie Lott hit different.
He didn't hit
Somebody-
Mark
somebody-
Bravaro from the
somebody
New York
do
City
one.
football
That
Giants.
was one time.
He didn't hit that ball.
That was
That
one
motherfucker-
time.
That motherfucker just
What
banging
is
all
for
that.
that hit? It wasn't known for his hitting, but it was a phenomenal cornerback. Richard Sherman versus the playmaker. Michael Irvin.
Playmaker. Next guy, your turn.
Shit, Michael Irvin, man.
Yo,
your turn,
Sherman
man.
is not sticking.
Absolutely not.
Hell no. Sherman, listen.
What?
I like Sherman, but Sherman was a product of a system.
That nigga played zone. Hell yeah.
He was a product of a system, and
Nigga
other
played zone.
and
He ain't
other
no
than playing
one-on-one
with
dude.
Seattle, he didn't really put on a good showing for the Niners, and he didn't really, and he was
Yeah.
very quick to leave after that. All right.
He was okay.
When we talk about Michael Irvin,
He was
you said Michael Irvin, right?
Yeah, playmaker.
Playmaker.
Shit, man, hell
Playmaker.
no.
His name is Playmaker.
Michael Irvin would have
There's
dog walked
He
that
gonna
man.
make the play. His name is Playmaker.
That's Michael Irvin, man.
Michael
He'd have been
Irvin,
zooted
okay.
and booted.
I'm trying to
He'd have been zooted and booted.
All right, well, this, okay, seems like
I'm
that was
ready
pretty
to
easy.
go.
Let's see this one. I think it's a little bit difficult. At number 5, Sterling Sharp, not Shannon, the good one. Sterling.
Who was better?
Hey, hold
Yeah,
on.
who was absolutely better.
Who was actually better?
Yeah, who was better?
He was way better than Sterling.
Yeah, I wouldn't say.
Sterling's a champion, but
Way better though.
way better.
Oh my gosh.
Way better.
Shannon
He had a
better than
3-year span with Sterling Sharp.
Way
Sterling
better,
was better
though.
than Jerry Rice
Yeah,
and
Sterling,
and whoever was second best in the
Yeah.
league at that time. I can't remember.
Sterling
His
was
numbers
better.
were better receiving
Shannon-
yards,
Shannon-
receiving
Okay.
touchdowns.
Tell me two things. Name me the receiver off that team.
Oh, what team?
The team where Shannon was on.
Oh yeah, well, I know that team.
Okay.
You're not gonna ask
And who was
me.
their quarterback?
I know that team. You're not gonna
Okay.
ask
Now
me.
is any of those receivers in the quarterback in the Hall of Fame position?
Well, the quarterback was it? It was John Elway.
All right.
Yeah.
Now go vice versa.
Yeah. Well, those receivers are not though.
That's what I'm saying. Let's put everything in perspective. That's all.
Hold on. Shannon though with John, and you talking about Brett Favre, Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. Yeah.
So it was the exact same basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the
Yeah,
quarterback.
2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Yep.
All right.
Also, Sterling Sharp versus the real Revis. All game.
It's Sterling.
Oh, that's Sterling, man. He killing Drew.
I seen him be better than Jerry Rice for 3 years.
I know.
This is a short window, but it was his prime and his career was ended early.
And you said Revis from Revis Island.
Yeah.
Revis Island's for 1 year.
Yeah. That shit it was a few years.
No,
It
No,
was a
I'm just
few
playing.
years.
I was playing. No,
He had a longer run than Champ Bailey.
facts.
On the real.
But Champ made more out of his.
Whoa. Champ was there for a long time and he was effective for a long time. But the height of what Revis did
Yeah.
was
people forget
Considerably.
how good the real Revis. I mean, because he was essentially doing 1-year deals when he would bet on himself.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's
The
that's
real
tough.
Revis, people forget.
I seen that motherfucker fake a hamstring injury and Randy Moss did this. When Randy Moss was with the Patriots, he was shutting Randy Moss down the whole first half. Then the last one of the last 2-3 minutes of the first half, Randy Moss did this.
He said thought he was going deep.
That motherfucker hit. That motherfucker Tom put that motherfucker right. That nigga motherfucker Reeves was seeing that shit, and that motherfucker just he ain't come back out. Maybe the motherfucker injury was legit. I don't involved
That
research.
shit.
But it was pretty convenient. You pulled up lane where Randy burnt your motherfucker. I'm just saying, bro. I remember that play.
So you saying both of you guys saying Sterling?
I'm going
Hands
Sterling.
down.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
number
Sterling.
4. Let's be
That's
interesting.
dangerous. I'm scared.
Night Train Lane
Ooh, Night Train. Ain't nobody.
versus Calvin Johnson.
Ain't nobody. That Night Train.
Calvin kept making this.
That Night Train.
No.
You can't say Night Train or Dion to me.
Night Train
You
Lane
can't say
or
neither one of them
Calvin
niggas.
Johnson.
I'm
You
going.
got-
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be Night
They
Train.
play for the same team. This
Hey.
is a Detroit line on Detroit line crime right now.
Yeah.
It's Night Train.
Night Train?
And ain't nobody finna be catching this ball around this nigga. Nope. Go to the other side. I don't give a fuck who over here. Nope.
Okay.
No, I say go to the other side.
Especially depending on who our hypothetical quarterback is.
Okay.
Nobody
Straight up.
Jones.
At number 3, Terrell Owens versus Champ Bailey, both prime.
Oh, I'm going Champ. I'm sorry. I love T.O.
People
man.
forget how good Champ Bailey
Dog,
was.
They
Champ
really
Bailey, man.
Champ is really slept on to me. I feel like we don't talk about dog
I gotta go
because he
Champ
played.
Bailey because I don't know who this hypothetical quarterback is. Champ Bailey was a problem.
Yeah.
Even in Denver,
You went to over T.O.?
T.O. and Dez
Yeah,
Bryant the same nigga.
Depending on who.
I mean, he played with some good. Well,
T.O. and Dez Bryant the same
This is a
nigga.
different way I'm judging this one because to me, if T.O. still get a touchdown, it's about how many
say
yards and
it's,
how many
see,
touchdowns.
I figure prime T.O.
because he's
is
so
Philly
good that I feel
Philly?
like
Philly T.O.
Not Dallas?
Super Bowl. No, I feel like the best.
Oh, I
T.O.
thought Prime T.O. was Dallas.
You want to know? I say Philly
No,
because of
Prime
that
is
Super Bowl
Philly.
game and he did any
10 yards and then he ran the whole damn field. You talking about the one play? You talking about a play?
I'm just saying he did it on
He
one
fucked
leg.
it. And on one leg.
Because he had the ankle surgery.
That motherfucker caught like a wide receiver screen that you know the Bears do. And this nigga motherfucker ran that shit by 80 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That Philly offense, they needed that. That Philly offense needed that. They weren't explosive like that.
Yeah.
They needed him. He was on one leg and did that in the Super
In
Bowl.
the Super Bowl, yeah.
They won?
So
All right.
who you say, T.O. or Champ? Champ?
I'm going T.O., man.
T.O.?
I gotta change my thing.
T.O. or Champ?
Champ, nigga.
Champ. All right. Number 2. This is gonna be fun. Burner on burner. Tyreek Hill versus Darrell Green.
Let me go. I'm taking Tyreek.
go.
I'm taking Tyreek off back because just a freak ass speed. It's just
Ah.
I know he got that freak speed too, man. I'm just
No, he got that free speed at 50.
And he knows how to play that position.
I'm
He might be.
I'm
He
still
actually,
taking
he actually
him.
might
Who
be
is the
Mount Rushmore.
hypothetical quarterback? I keep saying that.
Gotta be Mahomes.
Who is the
Mahomes there.
hypothetical quarterback?
We only know
And
one
his
person to throw to
prime,
him.
I mean, his prime, I guess, would be
Two
right
is
now
accurate.
with Tua.
Two is
Because
accurate.
he's having his best season. So I would say prime Tyreek Hill is right now. So you can say Tua or Mahomes. Go on.
I'm going Derrick Green. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they the same damn height. Only time
Yeah.
Derrick Green never had a fucking problem was them tall ass receivers.
And they didn't have a lot of them back then.
You know what I'm saying? That was first of all.
so
Second of
fucking
all, he was so good in getting in position because he was fast.
Stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
He was.
The only thing I defend now is speed, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he fast. Dude is the same height. Man, I'm going Darrell Green.
Okay. Who you got, Hendo? Reek of the Green?
Oh, I'm going Hill all day.
Hill?
Very
Okay.
good. It's somebody who knows how to use a speed like that. Like I said, it can go vice versa, but he's been fast for a long time, and he's just making chump work of a lot of people. It don't matter who the fuck throwing to him. Real talk, he burning out your best free safety by a mile, damn near. So
I'm looking at how the game play out. When that game play out like that, motherfucking, them big plays are one thing, but if you can slow them down or at least tackle them, if they start to get lucky enough to get a big play, and now you in the red zone, that speed only work with the Miami offense, with the way you run the motherfucker before the motherfucker.
but we seen that
snap.
shit. We seen that shit
But
work with a whole
his
other
speed,
offense
Darrell
for 2
Green,
years.
he can catch up and still break something up, even in that
Ugh,
situation.
See, I get it, man, but
Darrell
like
got something for him in every situation.
ow.
Every situation. I'm gonna tell you the coldest shit I ever heard an athlete
What was
say.
the fastest person he went
Isaiah
against? Them?
Thomas, but it don't matter. His 40
It
speed
do
is dumb.
though, yeah.
His 40 speed, his individual speed
Okay.
is dumb. It's
No,
like
no.
saying who Tyreek went up
No, I
against
get it.
because
There-
his speed alone is
But
dumb.
you confusing backpedaling from forward run. Now
That's true.
listen, when I run at you directly, I can hit my top
Who's
speed.
the hypothetical quarterback? Because
Mahomes.
that
It gotta be Mahomes. Because that to me that's where his best success was because they played
Darrell
into the
Green
playoffs.
backpedaling on a short throw, intermediate throw is fast enough for him to still jump a pass. On a deep throw, his
On his cut. But
he
we
can
not
gain.
I'm running at you like this, and I'm getting
Right.
I don't know though. I don't know.
Bailey ran a 4.2.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Shit.
man. They said his closeout was like that. When it came down, like if the route and you close it, that's why Champ was so good.
Isaiah Thomas from the Detroit Pistons was talking about motherfucker
there with it.
Dale Green, my fault, yo. I'm just reading this. So he ran a 4.4. And I understand what you're saying about Tyreek Hill's speed, right? Dale Green ran a 4.4. He did this in 2010. He was 50 years old.
You don't understand. This nigga
Dog,
fast as
it's
fuck.
different, dog.
And them combine times
It's
either
different,
wasn't
dog.
happening back then because niggas even want going to the combine or the motherfuckers.
Jesus
not as accurate as they are
Christ.
right now. That nigga was fast as fuck.
In his
We
prime.
seen this shit in
No,
real
not to
speed.
cut you off. They say in his prime was Dale Green the fastest in the NFL. They say Green is rumored to have the fastest 40-yard dash at 4.09.
You know how I said it's rumored but not a fact.
4.09,
Yeah.
bro.
Where's the rumor?
Prime ran a 4.2.
Bro, where's the
said
rumor
that
to
is-
it? Listen.
He said he could have ran a full flag. And this
How
shit
is this
was
a
sweet.
rumor?
probably
We don't
could've.
have this as a fact though. Ain't nobody clocked this nigga in high school or
Those
college.
clocks are different, man,
86.
because this is one.
Niggas
day,
was still
too.
running clocks back
But
then,
Bo
man.
Jackson was fast as a motherfucker too.
So you trying to tell me when they clocked that Walter Payton, when they clocked him, they didn't have stopwatches in?
He wasn't the fastest nigga ever.
I know, but they still had stopwatches. Here's what I'm saying. How is this a rumor?
He got drafted in '77, man.
The whole thing was he said this is rumored that he ran. This is
It
not
gets
a
more
fact.
accurate the earlier it gets
Yeah.
now because of technology and shit.
Exactly.
Well, I get it, but it's a rumor, or did he get clocked? Do you understand what
We
I'm
talking
saying?
about Daryl Green against who?
Dale Green 40 times. That's
Against Tyreek Hill.
that's Tyreek Hill.
Let me get to this point. Isaiah Thomas was asked about the Golden State Warriors and them motherfuckers nowadays in their run.
Tyreek Hill ran a 4.2.
He said, this game ain't about just who can score and whatever. He said this game is about who can stop what you do, and how much I can stop what you do, and how little you can stop what I
I have a
do.
real problem with people automatically saying that Steph Curry is a second grader, so not giving Isaiah Thomas his credit.
I mean, because if you think about like defense and offense, right? Isaiah Thomas can sweat the shit. Him and Joe Dumars played defense on the perimeter. And if you think about how small Steph is, though, these guys
He's
used to
not that
guard
small, though.
6'6".
He's like
Michael
6'3".
Jordan was the only nigga that was giving them problems. Like, they locking motherfuckers up. They were a defensive team, their whole team.
Yeah.
So what Steph could do could be very limited with the defense that Isaiah Thomas could play on him
And
on the
Isaiah can still
perimeter.
give you 40 on the other
And
end.
Isaiah Thomas can still take you to the rack, though.
Yeah.
So he can stop a lot more what you can do than you can stop with what he can do.
No, I agree.
And that's what one-on-one is.
Yeah, that's what I think a lot of people forget about.
Yeah.
One-on-one, man. Had to go this route, man. Final one, 10 questions. At number 1, Randy Moss versus Deion Sanders.
Listen, I'm gonna put this out there. Ain't too many motherfuckers standing in front of Randy. I don't give a fuck who you put in front of him. You can put damn near Jesus in front of Randy Moss. He gonna catch that motherfucking pass. I'm just trying to say Randy Moss was that motherfucking good.
So we said Randy Moss.
I had to, man. I
Deion
love prime time, and I'm a big prime time fan, man. But listen, man, nobody staying in front of the Moss.
You ain't my daddy. Shut up, Shador.
Was that Mississippi State? What was Randy? Mississippi?
No, sir.
No,
Marshall.
Marshall,
I
yeah,
was
Marshall,
so mad
yeah.
Chicago didn't take him.
Marshall,
He
yeah.
was number 7. I
He
was
played
like, Chicago,
Jason,
take
him and
the
Jason Williams, yep. They
Yeah,
played a little bit of
that was in
basketball.
high school, though.
Oh, what?
Out of
Yeah,
West
yeah,
Virginia.
yeah.
They were in high school, yeah.
I'm gonna say first of all, you're an asshole for this question.
Absolutely.
Then
Absolutely.
Second, my answer, since you're an asshole for the question, my answer is some asshole shit. I'm gonna say, who was the quarterback?
Oh, I thought
That's
I
what
thought
you're
you was
trying
gonna
to
say
say.
Randy Sanders.
Oh no, that's kind of some shit like that. Because I really don't want to answer the question. I really don't.
Sanders.
It's all about who the hell the quarterback is. If the quarterback can get it
Nigga,
there,
you can have anybody back there,
Culpepper.
motherfucker. Shit, Culpepper if all you want. Shit.
Deion Sanders. I don't respect
Fuck
Culpepper.
that. Warren Moon. He was a Viking.
Damn.
Yeah, you don't like that shit. I'll be a real asshole.
Moon with
I'll be a real asshole.
That's Randy Moss, man. That's Randy Moss because Randy Moss gonna have 2 touchdowns.
I'll be a
At the
real
end of that
asshole.
day, Randy Moss gonna have 2 touchdowns.
You know why? You know why I said it? And I might sound super petty by this, but Randy Moss is 6'4".
Yeah.
And that motherfucker, he had a 20 or 30 inch vertical, something like that.
It was good. He played basketball.
It was something nasty like that if I remember.
I seen him
he was the
dunking.
best athlete ever. Played.
Right.
Yeah, I seen him dunking the
So
basketball.
what I'm saying is, I'm going off, Deion was 6'1", 6'2", 6'1", 6'1", and yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. I thought 6'1", at least they had him labeled 6'1".
Okay.
And his vertical was 25, but his speed made up for his.
6'1".
I was right. But his speed made up for it. All I'm saying is, at this point of attack, I just think when it came down to where the ball was coming and how I know Randy Moss attacks the ball, I think his vertical and his height plays a big hint, especially how good his hands is. I think he catches over the top of prime time. Not in front of prime time, where prime can play his game, which would be in front, cutting back, turning. I just think Randy Moss is getting to the higher point of attack, which made Randy Moss the overall better receiver in any situation because of his point of
If
attack.
that ball is on point.
His point of attack.
That's why I said who's the damn quarterback. Because if you say
If you
Warren
put that
Moon
motherfucker
now,
up.
he didn't say Warren Moon to the last question.
Omar shot.
The nigga, if it's Warren Moon, nigga, all these receivers, man, finna beat, man. Look, Warren, man, offense is better than defense.
Randy
man.
Moss had a 47-inch vertical.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I
yeah,
slided it.
yeah. 20 and 30 ain't even shit. You know what I'm saying? Your vertical ain't the shit till you at like
That's why-
40.
What did I say previous?
You know what
I
I'm
thought he
saying?
was in the high 30s.
Yeah.
I
You
thought
know
that.
what
That's
I'm
what I
saying?
might say.
7
Yeah.
and 6. That's
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is Dog is playing with his speed. He just catches us over prime time, not sliding prime time or anything, because prime time will be there. He's not gonna get burnt. He's gonna be there. But
Jump ball in the end zone.
if you
He
put
gonna
that
get
up
at
right
least
here,
one,
that's the difference from him sitting right here
Yep.
and me shaking him off and catching that ball
And
right
guess
here. That's
what?
the only
He
difference.
can
That's
catch
why
it
I
with
got
one
Randy
hand.
Moss up there.
And he can catch it with one hand.
Yeah, that's why I say you see me going up just one or two. Randy can't.
Man, Warren Sapp said one time when they was in Oakland together, Warren Sapp, they was both in Oakland together for like at least a year type shit. Motherfucker, he said he seen this nigga in practice catching balls behind his back.
Yeah.
Catching balls behind his back, bro.
That's crazy.
Warren Sapp ain't finna lie about no shit like this.
Nah.
He ain't even that type of motherfucker.
Nah, he not.
You know what I'm
Who was the motherfucker they said that was throwing 20 yarders behind his back? Was it Favre?
I'm not sure about that.
Throwing 20 yards behind his back.
Yeah.
Probably. That sounds about right.
Damn near on the dot.
I remember they talked about Ryan Pilligrew. He used to play for the Patriots. Strong arm out of LSU, and they said he could stand up. He could throw the ball from his knees 70 yards.
Who was the Jamarcus Russell? They said he could do that too. They said he could sit on his knees and launch that motherfucker from the 20 and go all the way through the end zone with it. Had a big cannon, just not with accuracy.
No, Lamar Jackson went from end zone to end zone.
Yeah.
He said in high school, he said
On his knees?
No, he said he stopped doing it because he threw out his shoulder, but he threw from end zone to end zone in high school. Like, this is crazy. But man, B.I., it's that time, man. That's how we end every segment. Trade. Oh, excuse me. What time is it? I'm sorry.
Oh, you trade yourself.
Trade yourself.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
how we
I
end
gotta check
every
out.
episode, man. The final trade yourself of the year, man. So
This is
we
so
had to we had to sit there. If you guys don't know, trade yourself is a nice way of saying F you. It could be your boss, it could be your kid, your husband, your wife. If they doing something that's absolutely kind of bogus, don't sit there, don't cuss them out. Just look at them and say, you want to know what? You need to trade yourself. You know, you need to change how you act. So we normally try to keep it in sports. Brett Favre, a.k.a. the welfare queen, or, you know, Denver Nuggets head coach. I don't even say his name no more.
The winner?
Whatever.
Right.
Anyway, like I said, trade yourself. These brothers gonna let us know who need to trade themselves, and of course I'll let you guys know. Y'all out there, let us know in the comments, man, who need to trade themselves. B.I., who need to trade themselves, man?
I got a good one on some local news shit.
Damn.
Ordinarily, I don't do this. Ordinarily, I don't do this. Nah, man, I be getting to the job though, right? And they be having the news on. I get that. I don't really fuck with the news like that. I grew up in Chicago hating the news because it was like the most craziest shit ever. Shit didn't even seem like reality. Yeah. But it was depressing and like bullshit. It was like I grew up hating the news, so I don't watch the news. But like, man, I seen a story the other day, man. I couldn't even. This shit was funny to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But UWL, for y'all that don't know, you know what I'm saying, University of Wisconsin lacrosse, that's where we at, you know what I'm saying, we in Lax. The chancellor of UWL, Joe Gow. His name is Joe Gow, Joegow. And the reason why I go ahead and spell it out for you so you can go ahead and research, check motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they like to put a whole bunch of other motherfuckers on blast, put their name out there, all the news, all type of shit, all the type of shit. Let's go ahead and put this on blast. He on the news, so he probably would have seen it anyway or missed it. But Joe Gow like to produce pornography. You know what I'm saying? That's what he like to do. And he already got fired. But he want his job back. You know what I'm saying? And some people think, you know what I'm saying, that maybe he should get his job back for online, you know what I'm saying, for losing his job due to online pornography, stating that this is private business and what he do in his own life is whatever. Get that soft ass 2023 shit up out of here. This is what they finna hit his ass with. I'm sitting up here listening for the rebuttal too. I'm like, yeah, okay. Cause I'm buying it for a second. Oh, okay. Freedom of speech. Get your ass out of here, nigga. You the chancellor of the UWL, and the second motherfuckers get women this shit, they like, oh, well, you gonna be deemed, how do they say that? Deemed ineffective at his job due to public not agreeing, you know what I'm saying, to this type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? Once motherfuckers think that, you know what I'm saying, that you are not the guy that they see fit to be in a position to lead young people in the future, you know what I'm saying, in the future of our motherfucking nation and whatever, of course they should be, you know what I'm saying, a little bit hesitant at the least to be like, oh yeah, man, go ahead and keep doing your porn and being the chancellor of our great university. And let this be somebody else. Whatever. The point is, you know what I'm saying, man, get your ass up out of here. Nasty work, man. Go ahead.
Trade yourself.
Yeah, man.
And we need to trade themselves this week.
I'm going to have to piggyback off my man B.I., man. P. Diddy and them. Trade your motherfucking self for your little circle of adultery that y'all got going on with all these goddamn celebrities and shit, man. I ain't gonna act like we ain't just know about this shit, but now your ass getting exposed for all this shit, bro. Get your motherfucking life together, dog. You out here taking pussy, boy, pussy, everything, allegedly. But we know what you was doing, boy. When you had them interviews, when you was like, me and Usher woke up out the bed, we used to fight each other for cereal, we knew what the fuck you was talking about. They wasn't just giving you them crazy looks just then. When your ass dressed up as a Joker and went to New York and was out there acting all funny and shit, talking about you gonna jump niggas and then kill their ass. We knew then that you had something to do with some shit that we won't discuss. So just be fair, did he trade your ass, man? Trade yourself. And now you want to tell on everybody else. Oprah was with me. TD Jakes was with me. Usher was there. Will Smith was there. D-Wade and his wife was there.
Ooh, we can come back on that one.
Dwight Howard was there.
Damn.
And Epstein was making the cake.
Damn.
What was R. Kelly?
And Joe Gow was recording.
Ow! Hey, and what was the coach? What was the coach of the Celtics?
Udoka.
He was working the dough. Trade yourself, man. Boy, you nasty, man. Popping on them X pills, doing Ja Rule like
That's
that.
how you do trade yourself, man.
That's some bullshit.
Last one of the year, man. Appreciate all of y'all rocking with us. Old Heads episode 81, man. It is a wrap. Of course, we gotta give a shout out, man. Press Break, not on the south side anymore, but they on the north side. Check them out, right next door to Taco John's. Check out Press Break, of course, across Wisconsin. King KO Car Wash, They have been shut down. Cuzzo shut down for a few weeks just to get some vacation, recharge his batteries. We'll be starting back again this week. I just talked to him last night. King KO Car Wash. Go check him out, man. Doing great car detailing over on LaCrosse Street. Also, a breath of fresh, man. If you did check them out this year, check them out next year. Hopefully you got all your New Year's fits, all your New Year's sneakers, all that stuff. A breath of fresh over in Jackson Plaza. Check out our brother Focus, man. A breath of fresh. All the latest sneakers, the retro kicks. Also does some shoe restoration in there if you got some sneakers that need to be cleaned up. Hey, you can't afford, I understand, man, you got kids, you can't afford to go out and spend $200 on some sneakers, but you got $50 to get them clean. Totally understand. Go holler at the brother Focus. Man, appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. It's always love. Next year, we're going to be giving y'all more content, new cameras coming, microphones, all that good stuff. We'll probably be in a new space. So
a whole new format. We're going to be brand new for the new.
Brand new for the new, man. So, old heads, keep rocking with us. We will be having that game. My pops had an unexpected pass away, so we had to cancel the December game. We're looking at sometime in March and doing another one. So check us out, old school versus new school. Appreciate, much love, man. Always down for a debate. I always appreciate the love in the street. So keep rocking with us. Old Heads, episode 82 coming next week, same time. I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. Happy New Year's. Be safe. We old heads, but we will not be in the bed by 12. We ain't that old. We gonna be out there having us some Don whatever or some Douce whatever.
No Don whatever. It's Don Julio. Niggas pay too much money for this motherfucking liquor to be some Don whatever.
Don, send us something, man.
Don whatever.
Send us something, Don. Yeah, send us something, Don. We'll definitely represent, man.
Oh shit, send us a hat.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean, nigga? We take whatever, nigga. Send us 3 cards. I'll be happy with that shit. We got hit.
But you brothers want to be extras, man. Tell these brothers they can find y'all.
The boy Bills, man. You can find me right here, man. Old Heads.
Oh man, shit, Hendo man, Mr. Honey Pack, aka Mr. French Loaf. Hey, big shout out to my man JV and them. They got a little shoe place over on 5th and King, the Closet. Man, shout out to everybody been rocking with us, man. Much appreciated, man. Shout out to J Cam for that crazy intro he blessed us with over the year, man. That's just crazy. We finna remix the fuck out that motherfucker and use it for years to come. Absolutely. Shout out to my man Marcus Webb, aka Captain Kush, man. Blessing us all the time. Great work. Make sure y'all check him out. He out that Winona area. Whenever they got something popping with Winona, man, he there, man. He stay in tune with shit, man. Crazy, man. Shout out for everybody fucking with us here. We got plenty of love. We got more shit to come, man. If you ain't fucking with us, shit, I suggest you do, man, because we going to get this shit more better for years to come, man. We here, man. Appreciate it, man.
Change yourself if you ain't fucking with old heads, man.
That should have been the easiest one, man.
We got that crazy work over
there.
Hey,
we going to have some sweaters. And, hey, before we even let go of y'all today, man, make sure we going to have some, we're going to have Black History Month sweaters.
Absolutely.
We're going to be ready on top, so get your order in quick, man. Crazy designs. Hey, if you want to know more about it, make sure you message one of us about it. You can DM us. We'll send you the designs. Hey, we want to get them out there before the month of February. Although we'll have them throughout February, but we want to get them out there so every time they see you, you rocking your Black History sweater, all right?
Absolutely.
Shout out, man. One way all day, every day, man.
All day.
Yeah.
With that intro.
Oh, Millie, with the
walking all the way through.
No, really, and you know Hendo gon' tell you the truth. B.I., Mr. Info, you know what we here for, the Old Heads Podcast. Yo, we coming from those days to the team at the bar. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, from Will scoring 100 to John being wanted. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, let's go.